Hey everyone, today's video is about when you almost get killed while they're abroad. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's get going. Bakugo and Kirishima had been gone for a week. They were overseas on a high-stakes mission. Something about tracking down a dangerous villain. He had been nervous when they left, but they had both reassured you with their usual confidence. Don't worry, babe, Kirishima said back then, pulling you into a last hug. We'll be back before you know it. Just hold down the fort for us, yeah? Bakugo had grunted, his way of agreeing, before grabbing your chin and pressing a firm kiss to your lips. Stay out of trouble while we're gone. Got it? No dumb heroics. You had laughed and promised to behave, but now, as you sat in your quiet apartment, the silence felt heavier than usual. You missed them terribly. It happened on a routine patrol. You weren't even supposed to be out that night, but one of your sidekicks had called in sick, and you couldn't say no. The city was quiet, the streets empty, a bit too empty. You didn't notice the shadows moving until it was too late. A sudden explosion rocked the ground beneath you, and before you could react, you were surrounded. Villains were armed to the teeth and grinning like you had just won the lottery. Well, well, one of them sneered. Look what we have here. The Great Lion all alone. You clenched your fists, your quirk flaring to life. What is it that you want? You, another said, stepping forward. You're coming with us. Boss wants to have a little chat. You fought back, of course. You always did, but there were too many of them, and they were prepared. They knew your quirk, your moves, your weaknesses. It wasn't long before you were overwhelmed. The last thing you remembered was a sharp pain in the back of your head, and then darkness. When you woke up, you were in a dimly lit room, your hands bound and your head throbbing. The air smelled damp, like mildew and rust. You tried to move, but a wave of nausea forced you to stay still. You're awake, a voice said. You looked up to see a man, tall, with a cruel smile and eyes that gleamed with malice. Good. We were starting to think we hit you too hard. Who are you? You croaked, your throat dry. Let's just say I'm a fan of your boyfriend's, he said, crouching in front of you. Bakugo, Katsuki, and Ejiro, right? Real heroes, those two. Too bad they're not here to save you, though. Your heart sank. This wasn't just about you. It was about them. These people were using you as bait. It felt like hours had passed. You had been interrogated, threatened, and worse. But you refused to break. You refused to give them what they wanted. Just when you thought you couldn't handle it any longer, the door burst open with a deafening boom. Smoke filled the room, and through the haze, he saw two familiar figures. Get the hell away from them, Bakugo roared, his explosions lighting up the room like fireworks. You messed with the wrong people, Kirishima shouted, his body hardening as he charged forward. The villains didn't stand a chance. Bakugo and Kirishima moved like a well-oiled machine, their attacks precise and relentless. Within minutes, the room was cleared, and the villains were either unconscious or fleeing for their lives. Bakugo was at your side in an instant, his hands rough but gentle as he untied your bonds. Damn it, Hwan. I told you to stay out of trouble. He wanted to laugh, but all that came out was a choked sob. I tried. Kirishima knelt beside you, his hardened form softening as he pulled you into a hug. You're okay now, Hwan. We've got you. Back at the apartment, Baku and Kirishima fussed over you like you were made of glass. Bakugo insisted on cleaning your wounds himself, muttering curses under his breath the entire time. I can't believe you, he growled, dabbing at a cut on your forehead. What the hell were you thinking? Going out all alone? I didn't have a choice, you said weakly. My sidekick called in sick and nothing. Bakugo snapped. You should have called for backup. You should have. Bakugo. Kirishima interrupted, his voice firm but gentle. They've been through enough. Lay off. Bakugo glared at them, but didn't argue. Instead, he sighed and pressed a kiss to your temple. Just don't scare us like that again, okay? You nodded, tears welling up in your eyes. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Kirishima wrapped an arm around your shoulders, pulling you close to him. We're just glad that you're safe, Lion, and that we came back in time. That's all that matters. That night, the three of you stayed up late, curled together on the couch. Bakugo was uncharacteristically quiet, his arms wrapped tightly around you, as if he was afraid you'd disappear. Kirishima kept running his fingers through your hair, his touch soothing. You know, Kirishima said after a while, we were halfway across the world when we got the news. Bakugo nearly blew up the entire plane, just trying to get back. Shut up, shitty hair. Bakugo muttered, his face red. He smiled, leaning into him. Thank you for coming back to me. Like would ever actually leave you, Ion. Bakugo said, his voice low. You're ours, and no one messes with what's ours. I really should have killed those bastards. They need to learn their lessons. Kirishima grinned, pressing a soft kiss to the top of your head. See, he's such a softie, but he's damn right. Now get some rest. We're not letting you out of our sight for a long, long time. And as you drifted off to sleep, surrounded by the two people you loved most, you knew that you were safe, that no one would hurt you, and that no matter what happened, even if they're halfway across the world, they would come back for you, always. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and goodbye.